Hello, everyone. I am back once again. I did some adjustments to some of my mic settings. Hopefully, it should sound better. Kind of learning it as I go. I plan on learning some editing skills and some additional new camera type of stuff so that can be better. Other than that, though, I bring new news on the front of Disimulate's potential game, and it's looking like that it truly will become an actual game, which is pretty awesome. And I will show you right here on Twitter. So if we go on here, as we can see, he has been making quite a few posts on this, and it is actually quite amazing. All sorts of different things from just images to other additional videos, but it is up here where we will find that he is indeed actually truly building up a team. Uh, I believe it is right. So on the 24th of this month, he has mentioned that he actually is building up a team and mentions right here that it depends on how much money we can get to fund development. So he is actually seeking funds for development. But what is even more interesting is that not long after that post, where is it? I think I might have actually passed it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, right here. A team has been forged. Great adventures await. With an awesome picture for that. And honestly, it's quite awesome in this regard. It truly does look like that he will indeed be making this into an actual game. Like it truly is actually being put together. So the thing that he made in this image is truly being brought to light. That's so fucking cool. Um, and I'm looking forward to it. And on that, it truly does make you think, doesn't it? That something so simple from just an AI prompt is actually bringing people together to develop a video game. This is what I meant in previous videos when I say that it is indeed going to be the case that people are going to be using this not fully to replace work teams, but to curate it, bring about new ideas from people that normally aren't in the gaming sphere and anything really along those lines. It truly is a whole new phenomenon that we're about to enter, not only in the gaming industry, but entertainment as a whole. I look forward to this so much. The possibilities are going to be massive and the implications even bigger. Of course, that doesn't mean that there won't be slop that we put out with it. That's going to be a given. We have plenty of slop as it is already today. AAA gaming has shown the slop that we get. AA has shown the slop that we can get. Even indie has shown the slop that we can get. It is by no means singular to any one area within the industry, or any industry. It is essentially, quite honestly, universal. But even so, there is amazing hopes that things will get wild in a good way to help counteract the stuff that we have seen that has been so sloppy and bad. At least I choose to be optimistic on this front. I think by being optimistic, you can help bring forth that very future. Because if you're not, how are you going to be able to bring that future about if you're not trying to look into that very future? If you don't think about it to try to realize it, then it's not going to happen. So I do think that just looking at this stuff, it's truly amazing to see that he truly is bringing it forward. Just look at so much more of these images that he made. They look absolutely, in my honest opinion, so cool. The ideal that he is trying to bring forth is interesting and quite frankly intriguing. Very intriguing. Now, of course, not perfect, but once he gets a team assembled, it can be something so amazing and beautiful. Now, of course, this isn't all. There are other things within the industry apart from just this that has recently kept my eye. As you may know, Battlefield 6 recently got its reveal trailer for its campaign, more so specifically. But even so, we have seen gameplay of Battlefield Labs for a while now. And listen, I love Battlefield, but I'm not going to go out and say that I have been a long, long time Battlefield player. I am not. I wish I got to experience the Battlefield 3 and 4 days. I never got to in its peak, unfortunately. Or it's rising to its peak. Many will say that its peak was 3, many will say it's 4, but most people I know, like me, who entered into the series at Battlefield 1, say Battlefield 1 is where it was at its absolute fucking peak, man. That shit was amazing. And I kind of want to point out a little bit about the industry as you see today when it comes to this, because frankly, I don't know about you, but when it comes to the FPS genre, it's kind of a fucking joke. If we look at Call of Duty right now, this post says it all. There's this that looks awesome, looks badass. Then you got this. What the fuck is this? Now, I know I'm a little bit late to the game on this, but nonetheless, I feel it's absolutely necessary to point out. The FPS genre as it is today is a fucking shit show. It has become one of the most disgusting genres of gaming that has been severely downgraded. It lost so much of its identity in the past, fuck, 5 to almost, give or take, almost a decade. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? I will tell you what happened. Fortnitification. That's what fucking happened. It has been disgusting. I mean, seriously, look at this shit. We used to have long ago these amazing Call of Duties. We're talking fucking Modern Warfare 2 or the original Modern Warfare 18 to 16 years ago. Fucking, and I know some people will disagree, understandably so, due to the loot box situation from back then, but I loved Advanced Warfare with the premise that it had. I loved it. Ghosts was kind of dog shit. But other than that, in my honest opinion, the last time COD was actually good in its multiplayer, even halfway so, was with Advanced Warfare. Admittedly, World War II by Sledgehammer was not bad entirely, but it also suffered a lot of the same problems that were introduced with Advanced Warfare when it came to the loot boxes. But I mean, just look at this. Look at this shit. What the fuck is this? It's horrible. It's disgusting. I just I can't take this seriously. I can't. Like fucking Roger with plumbing. If like it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. What happened? What the fuck is that? What happened? What happened from we went from Call of Duty Black Ops back when it was fucking amazing, to this as Black Ops. We see the difference between Battlefield with this amazing looking, granted, keep in mind, Battlefield has amazing marketing. Do not pre-order. Don't fucking pre-order. Even after the beta, even if the beta is good, do not pre-order. For the love of God, do not pre-order. Do not pre-order. Do not pre-order. But this. What the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck has COD become? I will tell you what it's become. It's become Fortnite. Generic-fied. With a odd, disgusting amalgamation between cell shaded and fucking collabs of Nicki fucking Minaj, and it's disgusting. What the fuck happened? I gotta be honest with you, man. I've seen the fucking like and dislike ratios between Battlefield and fucking between Battlefield and Black Ops 7. You should see the like to dislike ratio. You should pull it up on YouTube. Look at it yourself. It is massive. And I will also tell you this. I honestly think Black Ops 7 is where you're going to start to see some, like, you're already seeing it now with Black Ops 6 in many ways. The player numbers, they're still technically there, but they are dropping. And they're dropping hard. Black Ops 7 might be the biggest precipitous drop that you will see in player numbers. I mean, honestly, at launch, I don't even think it will do that well. To be honest with you, I think it won't do well. They market it as this militant looking game, right? And then, the fucking audacity. Then they put out this. I fucking can't, man. I fucking can't. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. This isn't Call of Duty anymore. Just like how Battlefield 2042 wasn't Battlefield. Battlefield 5 was... I wouldn't even consider that Battlefield either, but it's more Battlefield than fucking 2042 was. I hope so much that Battlefield 6 finally brings back the FPS genre even slightly. Because as it is currently, I know I'm not alone in this. I want an arcadey shooter that is grounded with the military tone and aesthetic. When people say that they want their Call of Duty game to be realistic, when they say they want their Battlefield game to be realistic, a lot of people misunderstand what they're meaning by this. They don't mean that they want the gameplay to be realistic like Arma or like Ready or Not. They're not asking for that super tactical, super lethal gameplay that you see in those games. We're not asking for Arma. If we were asking for Arma, we would go and play Arma. If we wanted Ready or Not, we would play Ready or Not. It's not a hard concept to understand. It's disingenuous to say that's what we're asking for when we ask for realism. No, when people say they want realism in Battlefield, when people say they want realism in Call of Duty, that's not what they're meaning. They're not meaning it in the tactical gameplay. What they're meaning is the aesthetic, the tone. They want it to look like a military game. They want it to look like the way that it's presented. They want soldiers, not Nicki Minaj, not Stan Smith, not Roger Smith, not unicorn shitting out rainbows as a fucking kill cam in Call of Duty, or bong rips from your gun as a skin. That's not what people are asking for. Now, of course, Are there people asking for that? Yes. If there weren't people asking for it, they wouldn't be selling them as bundles. Unfortunately to say, there is a demand. But I will say this, there's just as much of a demand on the other end of the spectrum, and it has been dead for a while. There has been no games to offer the arcade experience of Call of Duty and Battlefield with the grounded, realistic tone and aesthetic of a military shooter. That space has been vacant for a while. And so many people keep on saying, well, play the older games. Fun fact for you, when people are asking for new games to be released in this style, it's because they want one with a good player base. Listen, you can go to Battlefield 1, you can go to Battlefield 5, and a little bit with Battlefield 4. They still have a player base, but it's not a very big one. And they're split. They don't have fucking the cross-play that gives a much bigger player base like Battlefield 2042 does, like today's CODs do. So your player base being split, it's not as big of a pool. You don't have as many game modes that you can thoroughly play. If I try to go back to the older Call of Duties and I wanted to play, for example, Modern Warfare 2 from way back in the day, 16 years ago, I would have to fucking play Team Deathmatch because that's going to be one of the, or Domination, maybe kill confirmed. But I won't be able to play fucking Infected in, for example, Modern Warfare 3 from way back then. Not enough people are going to be playing that. You might get a lobby after searching for a while. You might still get a lobby, but it might not be full. It might be like half. Like, if you're lucky. That's the big one, if you're lucky. Search and Destroy. I used to love Search and Destroy. I really got into it with Advanced Warfare. But if I played Advanced Warfare today, I wouldn't be able to get a Search and Destroy lobby, more than likely. The chances are exceedingly slim. In Battlefield 1, if I wanted to play Operations, easily one of the best game modes that Battlefield has ever introduced, I may be able to get a lobby, yes, through the server browser, but not more than likely all times of the day. Likely what's going to happen is that it'll only be during certain times of the day when the player base is at its highest. And during those times, I may be at work. So, like, understand when people are saying they want a new game with this, it's because they also want one with a better player base in terms of size and spread. Meaning, we can get a cross-platform release of a player base that is significantly larger, but still offers that tone that we have been wanting for so long. Like I said, I know I'm not alone in this. If you look at Milsim videos, they have massive view counts now. But that's in view counts. A lot of these people that watch this aren't necessarily people that are fully wanting to play that type of game, in the sense that they don't want to play a full Milsim. But they watch these videos to at least get the feeling of back in the day when these arcade shooters like Call of Duty and like Battlefield used to at least offer the tone of a military shooter. Not to also mention the predatory actions of said bundles that offer these skins. They're disgusting, not only in visuals and immersion breaking, but they destroy in so many aspects your wallet. How the fuck is this worth 20 fucking plus dollars? That's before tax. It's not worth that fucking asking price. I used to be able, back in Black Ops 3, I wasn't a giant fan of Black Ops 3, but I did love its zombies. I could get Zombie Chronicles for that fucking price. Roughly 8 maps of remastered, well remastered maps, despite the censorship in Kino. you could still get an amazing play experience for that price. What the fuck? Honestly, going back to that era and looking back at what we once used to have, even in the God forbid loot box era, we at least had more focus on the fucking immersion, even with the predatory nature. Now, I still do not want to go back to the loot box era. No. Thank God for Battlefront 2. Because of Battlefront 2, the loot boxes pretty much were phased out. And as much as I don't like Fortnite for the implications that it brought forth into the industry with skins and the predatory nature of those, as well as battle passes, at least the loot boxes are gone. But even so, the era that we're in is no better than the loot box era. Now it's all about grabbing the attention and ensuring player retention. It's all about player retention now. It's not about good player experience. It's about, is it good enough to get a person in first, and not about keeping them through good gameplay, but rather keeping them through addiction and keeping them through what is essentially a chore that these battle passes do. Listen, there's a good way to do a battle pass and there's a bad way to do a battle pass. And let me tell you, Call of Duty, as it does today with battle passes, is by far one of the most disgusting methods, most predatory retention methods. It's disgusting. A lot of these people that play Call of Duty today don't play it because they love it. They play it because they have an addiction. It's horrible. A lot of these people do have complaints. As much as they vehemently defend Call of Duty today, yes, there are still people that do. Even they're unhappy. That should speak volumes of the state of the gaming industry when it comes to the FPS genre. Listen, if I wanted a wacky game, I'd play Fortnite. And for what Fortnite is, it's a good game. It really is. Its battle pass system isn't complete dog shit. It's still predatory in its skins, but it at least fits the theme of Fortnite. It's not meant in any way to have an aesthetic that is supposed to be grounded. It's meant to be cartoony. Always was, essentially, for its longest time. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. So for a game like that, it makes sense. I have no problem with that in a game like that. But in a game like Call of Duty, in a game like Battlefield, it's of great concern because there are no other games for people like me who want to play a grounded military aesthetic, military tone of a shooter while having that arcadey gameplay. I hope Battlefield 6 learns from Battlefield 2042, learns from Call of Duty Black Ops 6's terrible time that it's having with this extreme monetization. I mean, fuck, you pull up Call of Duty before you can even get in a match. Ad. It is fucking crazy. It is insane. It's disgusting. It's all about retention. It's all about them dopamine hits. The state of the industry is so disgusting in so many ways. There's so many great games, but there's so many absolutely disgusting games. And this is one of the reasons also why I look forward to AI being brought in to AA studios and indie studios so then they can truly compete level to level, equal footing with AAA studios. Because then we can finally get from even it all it requires is just that one studio that manages to deliver a AAA quality like experience, but isn't that extremely predatory and isn't that type of trend chaser. We can finally have an experience once again for those that want it but just have not been fed it for a while now. And it isn't just in the FPS genre. This can go into other genres as well. RPGs is a great example. Fallout fans, Elder Scrolls fans, Witcher fans, when we're looking at RPGs. What about racing games? Racing games haven't been doing the absolute best. They do have good titles, yes, but I remember when The Crew got shut down with Ubisoft's whole, it's always online. Yeah, fuck your ownership. You will own nothing and be happy. Fuck you. You don't get to fucking. But apparently they can. There's no law preventing it. Hopefully, Stop Killing Games will fix that, but it's disgusting. And this is one of the things that I hope that the AI can be utilized good for and not bad for. It can bring forth these types of experiences back, and we can own the experiences because these people that make these experiences are that passionate, like many of us are, that want these experiences. Now, of course, like I said, the industry today isn't complete dog shit. There are still good titles being made, and there are new titles that are being brought out that are phenomenal. Say what you will, but I do think the games industry does have good portions still. It's not a complete bad era, but we are seeing an industrial collapse. So it's easy to look at the negative, and it's easy to cheer for it. I know I have plenty of times, and I still do. I want the gaming industry to crash so that we can see it revived into something new, something better, something less predatory. Because I believe that's what's needed. It happened once before, and a golden age ensued. That is more than likely what's happening again, except instead of an immediate crash and a while for the golden age to hit, you're seeing kind of an overlap. We're seeing the golden age rise as the industry is also falling. Kind of, so it should be one of those types of scenarios in which, as it's going really deep into that golden age, I mean, as a good example of this, look at Expedition 33. It's a phenomenal game. Absolutely phenomenal. Small team, much smaller budget. We need more of those. You want innovation, you're going to need to have smaller budgets. And this can be done without AI too. Now, of course, I understand people point out the outsourcing, but the point stands, they still had a significantly smaller budget and a significantly smaller team than most other AAA studios, even with the outsourcing. Because keep in mind, even a lot of these AAA studios have massive in-house teams with massive outsourcing. Look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. What the fuck? Have you seen the credits? It is massive. And that game, you can tell. You can tell. When a game has too many developers behind it, it becomes really difficult to coordinate and put together your game. Some studios, very few, can actually pull off such large teams, Rockstar being one of them. But they are, quite frankly, one of the very few that can truly put that together. And I would say Dragon's Dogma 2, even despite the performance issues and frankly the lack of enemy variety, it was a really good game. But the performance issues were a problem for sure. Now look at Monster Hunter Wilds. It is a really good game, but those performance issues, oh, yikes. That's another area of the industry that must be rectified. But apart from my rant, I do hope that, and I do feel that we are about to enter a new golden age for gaming. truly, when it comes to this new future of new titles, of new experiences. Just one quick second, and I will show you once again, even though I've already shown it once before, it nonetheless still holds true. New experiences like what this kind of alludes to are being made because of AI. A small team is being put together so then they can make this experience that they've made through a vertical slice. It is truly something that shows promise. So, for those of you that are apathetic, don't be. There is a bright side in the future if properly pursued. And I believe that there will be segments that will properly pursue it, there will be segments that won't. But give your attention, give your passion to the sides that are better, that pursue it in a good way, and you can bring forth an amazing new industry that's right around the corner. I pray that it happens. Other than that, I thank you for watching this. I thank you for listening to me rant. And I hope that me and you can see that great future that's ahead, that I truly do believe will be here, even if it's niche. There will be that beautiful side that is in its own unique, vibrant, and much more than what we've ever thought was possible. With that, I leave you. You have a good one.